Hey,
Luis.
Hey guys, what's up?
Welcome back to LA, brother. Good to see you.
Happy to be here.
So we've got 10 minutes before Mr. Greasy and one of his business partners arrives.
Alejandro Greasy is one of the biggest businessmen in Mexico. He makes a bunch of products from soap, deodorant, women's care, men's care, and they're a staple in Mexico.
They are in every single retail space like Walmart and the other big brands.
So we invited Alejandro Greasy to join us at the CMO Summit. We flew 20 or so CMOs in from Mexico, really for one reason, that's connect with prospective customers. We have Heineken here. We have Aeromexico, Chedraui, Sigma, Caliente. We have 15 of the biggest 50 brands in Mexico.
Yeah. These companies have a collective spend of maybe a couple $2 billion a year. The success of this event is going to be measured in how many successful relationships we establish with these, companies in the coming months.
I'm Bob, by the way. I don't know if we met you.
Alejandro.
Nice to meet you.
We invited Alejandro Greasy with the intent of getting him to invest advertising dollars, but it had an unintended consequence. We made him fall in love with a company.
High-level things we want to cover today, guys. We officially closed the $2.7 million investment. He and his consortium now have invested $2.7 million into the company, and Greasy and the Circle of Trust are now shifting from investor to partner.
That is a tremendous opportunity for us to get the brand out there, get the brand known.
When they invested, everything that said COT Investments stands for the Circle of Trust. All of the most important businessmen in Mexico City are the Circle of Trust.
We need to get Alejandro to help us to get a commitment from all these Circle of Trust companies to spend with us, right? Advertisement dollars. And that really turns Alejandro from just a plain investor to a true partner.
Hey!
Good news.
How are you, man? Good to see you. How many products do you distribute a month?
6-7 million products. I love my brands. It's a family business. I'm the 5th generation working in the company. I love to conquer other markets, other countries, and develop good products for consumers.
If we just have a 10% conversion of us, we get 600,000 users, just like that, and you get the data of all of those users in Mexico and also in the US. Imagine that we can print a QR code on your product boxes with an image that says, scan this QR code, get Trebel Max. The user gets a couple of days of premium music, instant downloads, and a host of other benefits. They, in turn, share their data with you as an advertiser.
7 out of 10 people in Mexico walk into a retailer and then pay with paper peso stuff. They leave the building and there's no digital connection between the retailer and that consumer. So Trebel Max is our premium product to build that digital relationship. What we have are what's called data sharing agreements with brands. The consumer will opt into it. They'll say, okay, sure, I'll answer some survey questions. And for that, they will get a certain amount of low ad load time inside the Trebel app. And the brand pays us and the record labels dollars, where in the past, we'd only been collecting cents. So this data sharing is really valuable to the brands because they're getting information from the consumer, but the consumers are opting into that trade because there's a good value exchange.
Right now, you're spending a lot of digital advertising, but you don't know who you're reaching. So that gives you the opportunity to advertise directly to them. So this is how that would look like. We just created a couple of mock-ups here. The idea is to grow the awareness for the Trebel brand and acquire users.
In the data sharing agreement, they opt in to get premium version of Trebel. The only ads they would see would be Greasy ads. And because there's a data sharing agreement, you then know how to find them on their phones. So it gives you the ability to hyper-target likely Greasy consumers. You can offer them specials, promotions, you can upsell them. So I think there's a real opportunity to pioneer this with Greasy brands, show real success in the next few months, and then expand it to the Circle of Trust.
Today, brands not just need to sell products. They need to be part of the life of the consumers. And music is one of the most important parts of our lives. I love that this concept, this company, this product.
What do you think?
Count on me. Yes. We're in.
Great, we're in too. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Once Trebel Max continues to kick in, you're going to see an increase on a revenue per user basis. It's got hardcore impact, makes us more money, makes the labels more money, makes the artists more money. It also differentiates us from other apps that simply sell ads. I get a hug now, partner. We're partners.
Today is the inaugural kickoff first day of a Five Flags meeting.
We are now live in 5 countries. So 5 Flags is our cool internal branding for our global expansion. Toto is our newest man representing Indonesia. Patrick Morrison, Brazil. Andres Navarro, Mexico. And Kevin Mills, Colombia. And I'm representing the United States. So if I were to sit down with a retail investor who's making this decision right now, should I click to invest? This is the most important consideration. We offered this reggae almost a year ago. Since that time, the company has significantly increased users. We've almost doubled our revenue. We've signed strategic agreements with brands all over North America, and we've taken in significant private placement investment from the Circle of Trust, from the Greasy Family Office, from Chris Birch, and most recently from MNC Media out of Indonesia.
I'm very excited to sign this agreement and to start this journey together.
MNC is the largest media company in Indonesia, which is the 4th largest country on planet Earth.
Head of Trebel in Indonesia, I have a great partner. He's a leading global media in Indonesia, from radio, TV station.
They've got everything. Cable television, newspapers, websites. This gives us access to hundreds of millions of consumers in a market that is mobile first, digitally savvy, young, growing, and passionate about their music. So Kevin, I'm going to put you on the spot. How many users in Colombia right now, and what's your prediction for December 2022? How many users will we have in Colombia?
Look, right now we have about 50,000 users. It's all organic. We're literally doing nothing. I still believe we can crack the 1 million monthly active users in Colombia by December 31st.
Patrick, what's your prediction?
Launch in Brazil, I mean, we cannot be in a small number. Brazil is a 220 million country, so I predict 5 million people launching with the right partner.
Excellent. Toto.
I strongly believe that we can have 5 million users by the end of 2022. We certainly would like to see that the revenue will achieve at least almost $10 million US.
All right, Andres, what are your predictions for Mexico?
So I would say 10 millions. 10 millions will be great. And I would say 100 million pesos in direct sales.
There's a fist bump. We're all good. 5 Flags.
Mexico is the first country that, where we proved our business model. It's a big market with an incredible amount of digital marketing dollars flowing in. Smartphone penetration is extremely high. Music is a huge passion point, but data is very expensive. And now we're just going to try to copy and paste what's been successful here and take it to Colombia, to Indonesia, to Brazil. It's incredible that 12 months ago, we were just thinking about how to grow Mexico and establish ourselves in this one country. But now it's just gone from, aspirations in one country to, multiple countries over multiple continents.
So one of the main goals of this trip was to meet with all of the members of the Circle of Trust. This is Alejandro Grisi and his business partners, who are the other leading industrialists throughout Mexico, controlling tens of millions of advertising spend. That meeting apparently is 6 hours long, and there's going to be about 20 people.
It's a Mexican lunch.
It started at 2:30 in the afternoon, and it went until 1:30 in the morning.
It's a very good way to bond with our new investors.
Probably the most unique COT investor that we had yet to meet is the CEO, Josie, from Soccer Media.
This is a company that we started probably 15 years ago. We sell the LED system on the field, also virtual advertisement through the TV. We sell sponsorship for the biggest teams in the soccer league.
Turns out Soccer Media represents 110 of the biggest brands in Mexico who buy digital media, and they're looking to grow from the passion point of soccer and sports to this other passion point of music. Whatever you need to succeed, we are here as your partners. We really are committed to it, and Mexico is our number one priority as a country to prove this part of the revenue model in Mexico this year. So we're very grateful and very optimistic to make magic together.
It's a unique product. I love to deliver music for free to the customers. and I love to support the artist. I love it.
Yo lo que les quiero decir a ustedes que
the Trebel team absolutely killed it in the soccer media meeting. Now, 2/3 of it was in Spanish, so I didn't understand any of that. But the biggest impact was at the end. Josie came to me and said, Bob, we've got a deal. So they're committing to prepaid ad revenue where they're going to be advertising inside of our app. So he's not just an investor partner, they're now partners.
Everything that's happened in 2021, we hit it out of the park.
2021 was a year of two things: raising money and proving our first global market, that being Mexico. 2022 is a whole different ballgame. You know, last year was raising money, this year is investing that money. It's go time global now.
Where am I heading now? I've got a few weeks in LA and then Indonesia, Jakarta. Here I come.
Going public is for entertainment purposes, and at no time do the company, sponsors, nor any participants provide investment advice, endorsement, analysis, or recommendations with respect to securities. On Going Public, you're going to hear from 4 companies that are giving you an opportunity to invest through an exemption from registration with the SEC called Regulation A. These offerings have not gone through a registration process with the SEC and do not have the investor protection that it provides. And it should be noted that just because the show is called Going Public, there is no guarantee that any company will in fact go public or ever list on an exchange like NASDAQ, for example. Bottom line, you need to know the risk going in. And Going Public makes no assurances or guarantees that any potential investor commitment or strategies discussed will result in company's success. Another thing you need to know is that Going Public is operated by Crush Capital, and Crush Capital is being compensated by the companies featured on the show. And some of our mentors have interest in the companies as well. These relationships mean that there could be a conflict of interest between the investors, Crush Capital, the companies featured, and the mentors on the show. We detail all these potential conflicts on the Going Public website at goingpublic.com.